Hey, how's going on guys? Ray here. I've got a Huawei Mate 8 here, finally. Now recording this video. Well, the Mate 8 is huge, I know, and apparently he knows. Alright, you may or may not have owned a smartphone from Huawei before, including myself. But they are the company which gave the birth of the Nexus 6P, one of the greatest phones I've used. If we count the Nexus 6P, then I've owned one. But if you think the Mate 8 is an in-house version of the Nexus 6P, then you may probably be wrong. It is actually a whole new device. It packs a Kirin 950 processor, which was the most powerful chipset before the S7 was launched. It packs 4 gigs of RAM and is a 6-inch phablet. Not a phone for people who have small hands. The design is completely different as well, but it also features a real microSD card slot, not a fake one. So the design, it is a metal phone just like the Nexus 6P. It is cool to touch and probably sturdy, but maybe due to the massive chassis with the all-metal design, it feels quite heavy in hands, but it is a 6-inch phablet that is compact and impressive. The crazy thin bezels make it not that huge compared to the Note 5 and the Nexus 6P, which both have a 5.7-inch display. The design language is following the Huawei style that they have been developing for years. This may or may not be a good thing when it comes to the design, you know, it really depends. But things have been more delicate this time around. The metal trim and the chamfered edges are precisely cut, with a brushed aluminum look on the sides and the front. The only thing I don't like about the design is the shiny frame between the glass panel and the metal body itself. If you compare that to the S7 Edge, you'll see the difference. But hey, choosing the Mate 8 may save you hundreds of dollars. And it's not that terrible either, so I think most people wouldn't have a problem with the design. It is still up to the flagship standard, and the fingerprint sensor is the fastest I've used, just like the Nexus 6P, and powered by the Kirin 950 processor, which packs 4 Cortex-A72 cores and 4 A53 cores. Processing power is one of the best we can get, if not the best, with a Mate T880 MP4 GPU driving a 1080p screen. Navigating around the user interface is as smooth as the cream on the top of my mocha. But the Emotion UI is not that hasty at all. Yes, it is based on Android 6.0, but there's no app drawer. Third-party launcher may help in this case, but the colorful icons with a cartoon style? What? I did head to the theme store, but none of them is my cup of coffee. Still, it is a powerful device. Everything runs smoothly and snappy. It is simply a powerhouse. And for function-wise, it's really great. I really like the knuckle drawing thing. I don't know how it detects whether it's my fingertip or my knuckle, but it is really fun to use. We can draw and select a specific area of the screen to capture just the information we need, and by drawing letters like C to open the camera app and M to open the music app. Of course, they're all customizable. And Huawei is also doing a great job in making a good use of the large display. Multi-window is something that I really like. Okay, let's talk about the camera. 16 megapixels with an f2.0 aperture, and is stabilized with OIS. The camera app is ridiculously features-packed. We have professional mode here, all the shutter speed, ISO, white balance can be tweaked manually. We also have document readjustment, HDR, panorama, super night, and slow motion. Image quality though is quite good but not the best. Details are sharp and the dynamic range is wide. Every shot I've taken is well exposed, but artificial effects are noticeable. Shooting city landscape is fine, but natural landscape may not look natural at all. There are still rooms for improvement. and when the sun is not shining, we'll get quite a lot of digital noise, but colors are still vibrant with adequate details. And the Pro mode is there, so digital noise should not be a problem if you tune down the ISO and lower the shutter speed. Generally speaking, it is a great camera, but I wish Huawei could tune down the artificial effects via future updates. The 6-inch display is also not 4K or something like Quad HD, but 1080p instead. I still wouldn't consider it as a deal breaker, as it is crisp enough and it keeps the power consumption low. Backlight bleeding is also next to none when we tilt the device. Colors are vibrant and the contrast ratio is really high. Huawei also added the flexibility to switch between the display modes of the interface. People who need a huge font size, huge buttons, yes, they can have it. And for people who need a tablet mode, yes, it fits as well. We also get a bassy speaker here. Yes, it is a single speaker, even though it seems like to have two. But it is loud, and the quality is absolutely great. Finally is the battery life test. The 4000 mAh battery gives quite impressive result. Not the longest I've seen, but it is on the longer side for sure. If you need a big battery, you won't be disappointed. So powerful hardware, top-notch build quality, crazy thin bezels, great camera, with noticeable artificial effects, great display but 1080p, and great battery life, but with a colorful and cartoonish UI. If you can accept these app icons, you will be happy with the Huawei Mate 8.